Hey guys, what's up? It's Billy Rickman. How are you today? Hope you're having an awesome day. It's my first Facebook Live since I am a new dad of not a new dad of a new son. My little boy Oscar came into the world, what was it, a week ago today, so he'll be a week old tonight. So it's been pretty cool last week for me. Got to meet my new son and got to see how my older son was interacting with him. So I was super excited that my older son, he's 5.5, Jack. He's a super proud big brother now, and he wanted to show Oscar off at school and take him to school and show him to all his friends and his teacher, and it's just a really cool thing, and I'm super excited. But I'm back in the office today. This week's been an admin week for me. And hey Grace, hey April, and I can see more people jumping on now. Hey Rachel, nice to see you here. So it's been a really cool week for me. Back in the office this week, catching up on a few things, and then next week I'm back at it with. I've got a pretty full week of coaching next week. But I really wanted to touch base today and get back into the hey Kelly, hey, get back into Facebook Live to share a really cool message with you today. And it really came about. I was going to do a podcast about it, but I thought it was such an important message I wanted to do. Hey Jessica, how are you? Hey Vanessa, that I wanted to. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Yeah, it was such an important message. I really wanted to actually share this with you on Facebook Live. Also, going live on Instagram at the moment. Hey, Instagram world as well. And the point of the message actually came about last night from one of my coaching clients, and she's actually on this call at the moment. She's actually on the Facebook Live, so I won't call her out on it. But it's actually not calling her out. It's actually a really positive message. And she's one of my coaching clients, and she has been struggling to find her voice. So a lot of time I talk about this with people. On coaching and also through other consulting things, and when I ask them to blog or do a podcast, I really encourage people to do podcasts. I really encourage people to blog. I really encourage people to produce mass content on their social media, and I don't really believe in email. I know there's one coach who hates me saying that, but it's true. Email doesn't work. It doesn't work in this space. That's my voice on that. But I do encourage people to find their voice, and whether or not it's great content, whether or not it's rubbish, whether or not it's memorable, whether or not it's totally forgetful. Hey man, and I see you here. Regardless of what the content is, it doesn't really matter. It's more about getting content out and getting in front of people's face, and getting, hey Tara, and getting people to remember you, and getting people to recognize you, and being the go-to for whatever it is that you do, and being the subject matter expert in that. And people really struggle to find their voice with it. Hey Bridie. And so, last night I had one of my coaching clients, and she has struggled to find her voice. She's struggled to find out how to communicate her message to an audience, right? If you are on the call right now, just press the like button, press the love button, show me some love, let me know you're here, make sure you comment. Love seeing that you guys are here, both on Instagram as well, and on Facebook. Give me some loves and give me some likes, let me know you're here, and comment, let me know, say hey. And so, she's struggling to find a message. And then, hey Jenna, all of a sudden last night, she posts on Facebook. I'm not going to go to it because I'll lose my spot on the video. But essentially, she writes this comment on Facebook last night, and it says, "Hey guys, I'm so appreciative and supportive of all of you inside this group. We have a private group in our coaching group. It's called Inner Circle Gladiator. It's a private group just for my coaching clients. I'm so grateful for all the support and love that you guys have shown me. My backstory is that I've always been so passionate about tanning, and I love my clients. I love servicing them. I love seeing the before and afters. I have a real passion for it. Like, I'm just so unbelievably excited to work with my clients and see them go from before and after and feel more confident, and then phone me up and let me know how great it was, and then I saw a hole in the market, and I thought that I could better serve my tanning clients by providing them this new product. In fact, I will tell them who it is. I will tell. I'm sure the person won't mind because it's actually a positive story. And yay Vanessa and Katie. Hey you guys. Hey Ebony. Yeah, it's Inner Circle, best group ever. And so her name's Kelly, and she has a tanning product called the Tan Towel. And if you want to look for it, it's the original Tan Towel by the Tan Merchant on Facebook and Instagram. Or just search the Tan Merchant, you'll find it. And because it's a new product, it's her first product development, she struggled to find her voice and just find, like, how do I communicate my message to the audience? And just going back to what I was saying before, so she puts this post in the group saying how supportive and how grateful she is for the support inside the group, that she loves tanning so much. She's always been like a servant of tanning. She's always seen the great results that people get. And she just wanted to serve her clients better, and she wanted to always empower people and give people that best possible customer care and best service possible. And from that, she developed this product. She saw a hole in the market and thought that she could do a better job with tanning and to help provide a better service and give people a point of difference, both at a salon level and also at a consumer level as well. And so she found this hole and she put her heart and soul into this, and eventually over time she created this product, and she's now taken it to market. Like I said, if you want to look for it, it's called the Tan Merchant. I don't get any kickbacks from this. I don't believe in necessarily getting kickbacks for providing information to people. But I wanted to support Kelly on this journey because it is a fantastic product. And she wrote this big long post in the group. And so you're probably saying at this stage, Billy, geez, you're rambling, where are you going with this? But there is a super important message to this. So my comment to Kelly when I read this was, Kelly, this is your message. This is how you communicate to people. And in the comment section below, I'm going to comment on it after the post, but you have to remember this saying. It's an old saying in sales and marketing, and it's really, really important because I see people do it wrong all the time. Okay, remember this saying. Facts tell and stories sell. Okay, I'll repeat it again. Facts tell and stories sell. Okay, what does that mean? Facts tell and stories sell mean that facts, if you want to go out to your market and tell people about the facts of your business, let's talk about hair and beauty because that's what most people who are following me at the moment are from. Like, my husband is watching. Because most people are in the hair and beauty industry, I see it time and time again. People go to their audience on their social media, on their emails, on their bots, on their SMS, on whatever marketing platform they're doing, and they just want to talk about the facts of what they're doing. Like, this is the best skincare because it has this. This is the best hair color because of this. This is the facts about the treatment. Like, this is what we do. We do this, and we do that, and we do this. And whilst it's like awesome to share that to people, like people will find that interesting, it's not memorable, and people will forget you like that. It's not something that people will go, oh, remember that? Like, you don't, hardly ever do you go to someone and go, oh, remember that fact? Like, we hear it all the time, like we forget facts. But what we do say to people is, oh, my friend told me this story, and this is, like, let me share this story with you. And you go, oh, I remember this story that someone told me about that. Like, people remember stories. And because people remember them, and because they're so personal, people are engaged with it. And so whenever you're doing marketing, if you seriously want to connect with your audience, if you seriously want to get results from your marketing, you have to tell the story of you and your business. You have to allow clients to understand what your point of difference is from a storytelling perspective. Now, there's like an art to this. There's people online you can follow who will tell you how to create stories for your business. And don't make them up, but everybody has a backstory. Everybody has a reason why in business they went from being like an employee or from college or wherever your journey went to owning a business. And then normally it's like any good movie. It's like there's a like a good start or a good an introduction to the movie or the story, and then normally something tragic happens, and then like you go through that tragedy to come out the other side, and then all of a sudden you bask in glory or what have you. Now you may not be. This is low power, so I'm just gonna remove that. You may not be at that point. Sorry. You may not be at that point yet where you've got your victory. You may not be at that point where you have reached your glory. But the story that you're sharing with people about what you're doing in your business creates connection. And there's nothing more that shows this to me than the other day when we had the baby. I think I put a picture up and it had like 400 reactions, right? 400 reactions on my Facebook post about the baby. And all these comments, like hundreds of comments about it. Why is it that people are willing to like and react and engage in that post versus the hundreds of others I'll post this year where it gets like 2 or 3? What's the difference? The difference is that there's a connection on an emotional level with the audience about something personal to me. It's my story. And whilst a funny meme is a funny meme and a funny video is a funny video, and you know, sharing something about whatever the best possible post that you will get on your page with your marketing will be something that is about you as a person. Yeah, you're totally right, Tara. They're emotionally invested in your story. Now you may be sitting there going, well, I'm just a salon owner, or I just own a hair salon, I own a beauty salon, I own a skin clinic, I own whatever. It doesn't matter what your business is. Why do people? How can I connect my story to that? Well, it's not about like creating a story that people like. You don't want to. I guess what I'm trying to say is, you really want to have a consistency in your story. You want to share people to feel like they're on your journey, because then if they're part of your journey, they're less likely to go to a competitor. They're less likely to deviate away from your business. But if you just have facts, about your treatment and your products, there's no point of difference. And as soon as someone else has a better fact, as soon as someone else has a better product or a better service based on the facts, they will drop you, they will leave you, right? But if they are connected to your story, if they understand who you are, they understand where your business has come from, then they're more likely to be engaged in that business, and they will stay with you regardless of what the competitive space has, right? Or whatever competition it comes to you. And the best possible example of this is, I follow this guy online. His name's Marcus Lemonis. A lot of people may be familiar with Marcus Lemonis, but he has a show, it's called The Profit, right? And he had this story that this company had some watches, and year one, and what happened is his mother actually had cancer, and one of the two people who started, his mother had cancer, and they wanted to create this watch that provided money to a charity to breast cancer. But what they ended up doing is they created these watches. They had 10 watches, and each of those watches went to 10 different charities, right? So one was like breast cancer, one was like like anxiety or depression or something like that, and they had 10 different charities they nominated for each watch. 10 watches, 10 charities, and 10% of the sale went to that charity. So it's 10 by 10 by 10, right? 10% of the sale, 10 charities, 10 different watches. So you could choose a watch that you liked based on style, but you could also choose a watch that you liked based on the charity that it had, right? That it represented. And then over time, they lost the story. Right, so year one sales, massive. Year two sales, massive. Then they got influenced by the department stores who said, we want you to create this watch. So they created this like gold watch, and it never really told the story. It was just more just like a watch. And what ends up happening, only 10%, well, 10% of a watch is pretty good, I think. But essentially what ended up happening is their marketing strategy became more about the watch and less about the story. So every time they were driving messages to their audience, it was about how good the watch was, how good the quality of the watch was, how great time it kept, how nice the design was, right? And their sales plummeted. And so part of this show, he comes in and helps save businesses and whatnot, and he reconnected them back to their story. And not only that, they created this awesome display that where people walked past this watch case and watch display, they could actually find out about the story, and then find out how each watch represented a different charity, and how those funds got funneled into the different charities, and how those funds help those charities to create change, right? And from that, their sales boomed again, because people started to connect with the story. Now they may have sat there and we're just a watch company. Like how do we? People don't care about the story, which is in fact they did. They had some resistance towards it, but it's an important point in business. If you want to differentiate yourself, if you want to keep clients that are going to be with you forever, if you want long-lasting change in your business and a brand that you will be able to build on continuously year after year after year and have an effect, and people will be, people will remember your brand, remember your business over the noise that is in the industry at the moment with so many different businesses. If you want to be memorable, then you have to start creating a story. So I would urge you and encourage you guys to listen to this video, maybe listen to it a couple of times so it resonates, and to really understand that if you want to make that business of your dreams, if you want to know how to differentiate, you have to start to tell a story. People will connect with your story. People will emotionally connect with your business if you're telling it through a story. And so stop with the facts. Stop telling people that this is what it is. Like, facts are facts, and you can find it anywhere. Information is not a limited resource these days. Like, you can go on Google, Wikipedia, whatever you want, find information, watch a YouTube video. They don't need you to tell them information. So what makes you different? What makes you different is the story. And so if you, whatever your story is, always link it into your marketing, and you will find your audience will become more engaged, they will link to your business a lot more, and they will be loyal clients for a lot longer. So that's the message today, guys. I really wanted to plant that little seed inside your head, and I really wanted to get the cogs turning in your mind a little bit about your marketing message. And I want you guys to go from here and look at your Facebook page, look at your Instagram page, look at your Snapchat, look at your emails, look at your SMS, look at your bots, and have a think of like, is there any story to my business, or am I just the facts? Because facts tell, but stories sell. How do you create more stories in your business? How do you get your audience to emotionally connect with you as a brand and you as a person? And so a lot of people always say, well, you don't want your point of difference being you, right? Because then once you leave, then a business falls down. But I tend to disagree with that, because people will connect with you. You will have a high success rate in business if you have a person at the forefront that people can connect with, and they go, that's the person I want to follow in this space. I don't care that new competitors opening up, because I really love Billy, or I really love Sarah, or I really love whoever it is. I love that person, and because of that, you'll be able to build a brand from that. People will fall in love with your story and fall in love with your business, and you'll have a sustainable business that you're able to capitalize on for years and years to come. So that's the message today, guys. I'm going to hang around for a little bit. If you guys want to comment below, I can see the comments coming through. So if you want to comment below or ask any questions about this, I'm more than happy to. If you've loved the message today, please just hit that share button right now. All I want you to do is just hit that share button. It takes 2 seconds. And if you do that, what that shows to me is that you love this sort of content, and it makes me want to do more for you. It makes me want to share more messages about this sort of stuff to help you guys with your business. So literally all you need to do right now is just hit that share button and post it to your Facebook page, and that would mean a lot to me, and help me in my business as well. And I'll continue to tell more, share more stories about where I've come from and how I managed to go from being a Navy guy for 8 years in the military to owning a franchise, a skin clinic franchise of 12 and 12 locations, and then have some massive highs and some ridiculous lows, and how I've managed to transform that now into a really successful coaching business, and being able to serve and give back to people in this space to help them see their dreams come true as well. So I'm going to share more of my stories, but I can only do that if I know you love this sort of stuff. So please hit the share button now. Write a comment below. Let me know if you like this comment, at least this post. And if you have any questions, I'm going to hang around for a couple of minutes, see if there's any questions or comments come through. If so, I'll respond to them. If not, we'll wrap it up there. So does anybody have anything at all? Anything on Instagram, Ash? No? Cool. All good. I can't see anything coming through on Facebook. Donna just says awesomeness. Love it. Okay, cool. Have an awesome day today, guys. I know it's Thursday. It's a busy day for you guys. I know it's the busiest day of the week for most of you, so enjoy your day. Hey, Kelly, thanks. She says, thanks, Billy. Don't forget to check out the Tan Merchant, the original tan towel. It's awesome and help your business if you're a tanning salon. Make sure you do that. And I'll be in touch soon. And also, before I go, don't forget as well, if we can retain clients by story, why do we need a membership? Well, a membership is a great way of giving back to your clients by giving them benefits and discounts. The story is what attracts people to your business in the first place. And if they fall in love with your story, then they're more likely to be loyal to your business. And by providing them a membership, it will enhance that loyalty. So remember, the story is the thing that attracts the audience. It attracts people into your business. And so the story is the bait, and the membership is the product. All right, but if I just went to market and just start sprouting about the membership, then I'll have a certain level of success. But if I start sharing a story about how those memberships came about and why I did those memberships and the highs and lows of creating the membership program, and then I got people, and then I told people about the product, then they're more than likely going to buy into that. Kelly says, do you look younger today? Well, I don't know, Kelly, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Quick feedback on the link that was in your bot. Yes, Kelly, I agree, Kelly, he looks fresh. Oh, thanks, Vanessa. I might just hang on a little bit longer just to receive the compliments. Ash is filming here on Instagram. She's got the other one here on Instagram, and she's like, I can hear her sniggering, and she's like, you don't have to work with them every day. I can't post the screenshot, will PM. Okay, cool. Diane's here. Kelly, all good. All right, guys, those injectables worked great. Oh yeah, I got injectables yesterday, but they wouldn't have kicked in yet. No, definitely hasn't kicked in yet. And April, yeah, that's awesome, April. I love those sort of stories. So keep sharing your stories. I was going to say, if you haven't tuned into my podcast yet, go onto iTunes or Podbean or Android and just search for the Billy Rickman Show podcast. I do a podcast a day sharing awesome messages like this. I did one today that'll be launched, that'll be scheduled in not too distant future, which was with Cheryl from National Salon Spa Recruitment, which was a cool one. We're up to episode 40 now, episode 41 tomorrow. And so look for the Billy Rickman Show podcast. The story idea is great. Yeah, definitely do it, kid. I know that you're from the fitness industry, like we're going to talk this afternoon, I think. Definitely, like, fitness is massive. Like, fitness is huge for storytelling. Like, people who lost weight and then, like, gained weight and then this is how I became happy and healthy again. I'll tell you a quick story about that. There's a guy, I don't know if you've seen him, Keita, but definitely something to follow. There's a guy, what's his name? If you Google him, you'll find him. He was a personal trainer. How do we connect to get the bot special activated? Still need to set that one up. Oh, Chrissy Ash, who's filming now, she is actually reaching out to everybody. So check your message requests. It might have come through in a message request if you're not friends on Facebook, but she would have looked to contact you and reach out to get that sorted. So look for Ash Bella. If not, she's listening to you right now, and she will. Ash, yes, yep. She will. She'll get a hold of you and touch base. But Keita, just on that, the fitness one. There's a guy who was a personal trainer, and he was always ripped and massive and muscly, and he had a certain level of success in business, right? In his own business as a personal trainer. But then one day he decided that he wanted to be more empathetic to his clients who were overweight. So he actually put on a massive amount of weight on purpose, and he diarized the whole thing, and he blogged it and made videos. I think he ended up putting on like 25, 30 kilos of fat, and became super overweight. And then he went through this journey of losing all the weight and becoming really trim and athletic and back down to his size again. And because he diarized this and made these video blogs and all these videos about it, he then had this story, right? He had this story about how he went from thin to fat to thin. And that story is what has now made him a multi-millionaire. He went on Jay Leno, I think it was Jay Leno, or one of those talk shows. It might have been like Jimmy Fallon or something like that. He went everywhere, just like blew up, his whole business blew up. Why? Because he wasn't telling the facts anymore. He wasn't telling things about like, oh, this is what you can do to get weight loss, and this is how you can lose weight, and these are the exercises you need to do, and this is the nutrition plan. He didn't talk about that anymore. He talked about his journey. He's told a story about his journey, about how he went from thin to massively overweight, back to thin again. And that story resonated with so many people because he then had empathy with people who were overweight. He was able to blow up his business overnight, and that has, and now he's like multi-millionaire, world famous, and doing exceedingly well. But it's the storytelling that actually made the difference in his business. So find your story, find your voice, and share it with the world, and you will see your business go from strength to strength. So that's my message today. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it on Instagram as well. And thanks for the compliments before, Kelly and Vanessa. I love it. And I'm sure to chat with you all soon. Have an awesome day, guys. I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.